The importance of knowing your why change is hard. That's why it's essential to know your why when you embark on any change in your life. Whether you're trying to lose weight, quit smoking, or start your own business. If you need a clear understanding of why you're making the change, the odds are stacked against you. In this first lesson, we'll discuss the importance of understanding your why and offer tips on determining your true motives. Keep reading to learn more. Why is it important to know your why? There are several important reasons to take the time to understand your why before making any change in your life. When you know your why, you are headed in the right direction, are more likely to stick with the change because you have a clear purpose for making it, can better overcome obstacles because you have a solid reason to keep going, feel more motivated throughout the process because you know precisely the direction towards your goals. You are less likely to give up when things get tough because you understand the importance of your change. So how can you determine your why? We've outlined a few tips below. Think about what inspired you to make the change in the first place. Was it something someone said to you, an article you read, a life-changing event? Once you identify the source of your inspiration, it will be easier to zero in on your true motives. Ask yourself what would happen if you didn't make the change. What negative consequences could come about as a result of inaction? This line of thinking can help clarify your goals and give you a stronger sense of purpose. Visualize the look of success. What will achieving your goals enable you to do or achieve that isn't possible right now? How will making this change your life or the lives of those around you? Focusing on the positive outcome of successful changes can help keep you motivated throughout the process. Talk to someone who has already made the change successfully. Hearing firsthand accounts from others who have been in your shoes can be eye-opening and may help crystallize your own motives for wanting to make a change. Conclusion: making any significant change in your life can be challenging. There will be obstacles and challenges along the way. But if you take time to understand your true motives, your why, before embarking on this journey, you'll be much more likely to find success. Remember, knowing your why gives you a clear purpose for making the change, helps you overcome obstacles, and keeps you motivated throughout the process. Determine your why and get started today. What are your values? Clarifying your values is an essential step in any significant life decision. Whether planning a career change, moving to a new city, or starting a family, understanding your values will help you make the best choices. But what exactly are your values? Your values are the things that you believe are important in life. They guide your decisions and shape your behavior. Your values include family, success, freedom, and creativity. When you know your values, you can use them to make decisions that align with them. For example, let's say one of your values is freedom. If you're considering a new job, consider whether the new position would allow you to work independently or travel. If those things are important to you, the job would align with your values and might be a good choice. On the other hand, if they do to work long hours and be available 24/7, it might not be a good fit for you because it aligns differently with your value of freedom. Your values can also help you when facing a difficult decision. You've been offered a job promotion, which would mean relocating to a different city. You might have mixed feelings about whether or not to take the job. In this case, your values can help you make the decision. If the family is one of your values, you might decide not to take the job because it would mean being away from your loved ones. Or suppose adventure is one of your values. In that case, you may take the job because it offers you a chance to live in a new city and experience something different. Take some time to think about what's important to you in life. What do you believe is worth pursuing? What makes you happy? Once you know your values, they'll serve as a helpful guide in any significant decision you make. How to clarify your values. If you're unsure what your values are, some simple exercises can help you clarify them. Here are 3 activities that can get you started. 1. List 10 things that make you happy. This exercise can help reveal what's most important to you. Do these things relate to family, friends, or personal fulfillment? Do any relate to success or helping others? 2. Think about a time when you felt proud of yourself. What did you do that made you proud? Was it something creative like painting a picture or writing a story? Was it something athletic like running a marathon or scoring the winning goal in a soccer game? Was it something altruistic like volunteering at a soup kitchen or raising money for charity? What made you feel proud is activity that aligned with one of your core values. 3. Make a list of 10 essential things for you. This exercise is similar to the first one, but instead of thinking about what makes you happy, think about what's important. What do you believe is worth pursuing? Again, look for patterns and common themes in your answers. Do any of them relate to family, friends, or personal fulfillment? Do any relate to success or helping others? Once you've done these exercises, take some time to reflect on what emerged as common themes in your answers. These themes likely represent some of your core values. For example, many things that make you happy involve spending time with family or helping others. In that case, those are 2 of your core values. Conclusion. The better we understand ourselves, the easier certain has become, including budgeting our time and money. We must also understand our limits and not set unrealistic standards for ourselves. Partnering with someone whose goals differ from ours is necessary depending on where we want to go. Friendships and business partnerships sometimes match up differently. However, honesty from the beginning usually helps prevent misunderstandings later. Lastly, accepting responsibility for our successes and failures allows us to stay humble, keeps us coachable, and always means open-minded enough to learn. What are your beliefs? Understanding your beliefs is crucial to planning a change in your life. Your beliefs are the foundation for everything you do. To change your life, you must start by changing your beliefs. There are two types of beliefs, conscious and subconscious. Conscious beliefs are those that you are aware of and can control. Subconscious beliefs are those you are unaware of and prevent you. To change your life, you need to change both types of beliefs. How beliefs are formed. Beliefs are formed in two ways, through conditioning and conscious choice. Conditioning is when specific thoughts and ideas are repeated so often that they become automatic, like a reflex. For example, if you were constantly told as a child that you were stupid, worthless, those words would become part of your belief system, even if they're not true. Another way beliefs are conditioned is through outside influences like the media or peer pressure. If everyone around you believes that getting drunk is fun, you'll also start to believe it. The second way beliefs are formed is through conscious choice. This is when we decide, based on our values and our experiences, what we want to believe about ourselves and the world around us. For example, suppose you value kindness and compassion. In that case, you may believe that all people are good at heart, even if evidence to the contrary surrounds you. If you have had bad experiences with men in the past, you may choose to believe that all men are untrustworthy dogs, even if some of the men in your life have been loving and kind. The key word here is choose. It's important to remember that we always have a choice in what we believe, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. How beliefs impact your life. Your beliefs impact every area of your life, from your health and well-being to your relationships and career. They determine how successful you'll be at achieving your goals and how happy you'll be. Suppose you have negative beliefs about yourself. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. In that case, chances are good that those beliefs will prevent you from taking risks or going after what you want. Still, suppose you have positive beliefs about yourself. I'm capable and worthy. Those beliefs will give you the confidence to take risks and pursue your dreams. How to change your beliefs. Changing your subconscious beliefs is the key to change. If you want to change your life, you need to start by changing how you think. The first step is to become aware of your thoughts and feelings. Pay attention to your internal dialogue. What are you saying to yourself? Next, challenge your thoughts and feelings. Are they true? Can you confirm? Are they helpful? How do they make you feel? Would you like to feel different? Finally, choose new thoughts and feelings. Decide what you would like to believe. Choose thoughts and feelings that empower you and make you feel good. These new thoughts and feelings will become your new subconscious belief system. Your conscious beliefs are also important. These are the beliefs that you are aware of and can control. To change your conscious thoughts, start by examining your current beliefs. What do you believe about yourself, about others, about life? Next, decide what you would like to believe. Choose empowering beliefs that will support your goals and dreams. Write down these new beliefs and read them often. Repeat them to yourself until they become part of your belief system. Conclusion. Your beliefs are the foundation for everything you do in life. If you want to change your life, 1. Start by changing your beliefs. 2. Become aware of your thoughts and feelings. Challenge them and choose new empowering thoughts and feelings. 3. Examine your beliefs and select new ones, supporting your goals and dreams. The sky is not the limit. There are infinite possibilities. The power of having a vision. What is your vision? It is easier to move forward with a destination in mind. So often we can be caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of what we are working towards. This is where having a clear vision comes in. A vision gives you something to strive for, focus on, and ultimately achieve. Your vision is your roadmap to success. It will keep you motivated and focused when times get tough. It is essential to take the time to think about what you want out of life and what kind of person you want to be. Use the following questions as a guide to help you define your vision. What are your core values? What are your beliefs? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve in the short term, medium term, and long term? How do you want to be remembered? What kind of lifestyle do you want to lead? What kind of person do you want to be? Answering these questions will give you a better understanding of your vision and what it entails. Once you have a clear vision, you can start taking steps to make it a reality. But why is having a vision so important? And what do you need to do to create one? Keep reading to find out. Creating your vision. When creating your vision, being as specific as possible is vital. This means that you should know what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it. Your vision should also be realistic and achievable. There is no point in setting yourself up for disappointment by setting an impossible goal. Writing your vision down or creating a visual representation can also be helpful. This will help you to keep it at the forefront of your mind and make it more concrete. The benefits of having a vision. Now that we know how to create a vision, let's take a look at some of the benefits of having 1-1. Keeps you focused. When you have a clearly defined goal, staying focused on achieving it is easier. This is because you always have something to refer back to and measure your progress against. 2. Provides motivation. Having a vision can provide much needed motivation when things get tough. Remembering what you are working towards can help you push through difficult times and keep going even when you feel like giving up. 3. Gives you direction. Without a defined goal, it can be easy to flounder and drift off course. A vision gives you direction and helps ensure that every decision you make moves you closer to your goal. 4. Increases your chances of success. Studies have shown that people who set goals are likelier to achieve them than those who don't. So, if you want to increase your chances of success, developing a vision is an excellent place to start. Conclusion. As you can see, having a clearly defined vision for your life or business has many benefits. If you still need one, now is the perfect time to create one. Remember to keep it specific, realistic, and achievable. You'll be well on your way to achieving great things. What is your mission? When planning a life change, it is crucial to understand your mission. Your mission is your purpose, your why. Why are you doing what you are doing? What are you trying to accomplish? Once you know your mission, you can develop a plan to achieve your goals. Your mission gives you a sense of direction and purpose. It helps you stay focused on what is essential. When you have a clear mission, making decisions becomes more manageable. You can ask yourself, does this decision align with my mission? If the answer is no, you know it is not your right decision. Developing a personal or professional mission statement is more accessible. Start by brainstorming a list of values that are important to you. What do you believe in? What do you stand for? From there, you can develop a statement reflecting your values and goals. Your mission should be specific enough to guide your decisions, but general enough to leave room for growth. It should be something that you can commit to and strive to achieve. Most importantly, your mission should be meaningful to you. Take some time to develop your personal or professional mission statement. It will be worth the effort. How to create a personal mission statement. The first step in creating a personal mission statement is understanding what drives and motivates you. What are your core values? What do you want to achieve in life? Once you've answered these questions, you can begin crafting your mission statement. Make it specific. Good mission statement should be detailed enough that you can measure whether or not you're achieving it. Make it actionable. For your mission statement to be effective, it needs to be something you can actually act on. If your mission needs to be more specific, it will be easy to make concrete plans. Make it realistic. While it's important to dream big, your mission statement should also be realistic and achievable. Setting unrealistic goals for yourself will only lead to disappointment and frustration. Conclusion. Your personal mission statement is an essential tool that will help you stay focused and motivated as you work towards achieving your goals. Keep these tips in mind as you begin crafting your mission statement. Who do you want to help? An important step in planning for change. Change is always challenging, but to effect real change in your life, it is vital first to understand who you want to help. With this understanding, it will be easier to make lasting changes. Many people need help, and figuring out where to start can be overwhelming. However, by asking yourself this question, you can begin to narrow your focus and make a real impact. Think about the people in your life that you care about most. These are the people that you want to help. Now, consider what change you want to see in their lives. What difference do you want to make? This is your goal. Understanding who you want to help and what change you want to see in their lives can help you formulate a change plan. Keep these two things at the forefront of your mind as you start making changes in your life. They will be your motivation and guide. Examples of people you may want to help. Your family is the most prominent group you may want to help. Your family includes your parents, siblings, spouse, children, and extended family members. You can help your family by providing financial, emotional, or physical support. Your friends are the people you have chosen to be a part of your life. You may have known or only recently met them for years, but they are essential to your support system. You can help your friends by being a shoulder to cry on, listening, or offering advice and guidance. Your community. Your community comprises people who live near you and share similar interests. You may volunteer with organizations in your community or donate money or goods to those in need. You may also be a good neighbor and look out for those around you. There are billions of people in the world, and each has a unique story. You may feel called to help those less fortunate than you or living in difficult circumstances. You can help others globally in many ways, such as donating money or time to charitable organizations or supporting essential causes. Conclusion: no matter who you choose to help, remember that your goal will always be making a positive difference in their lives. Choose wisely and only try to take on what you can handle. Does change start with understanding who you want to help? Once you've answered this question, the sky's the limit. How do you want to help? You must understand how you want to help them. You are the only one who knows what you want to achieve. We will assist you in any way possible, starting with understanding your goals. Clarity comes first. Working with someone who must clearly define what they want can cause a lot of confusion and misunderstanding. This lack of clarity creates roadblocks and extra work to determine a solution, which also leads to frustration on both ends. It is challenging to help someone when they cannot explain their wants. Be as specific as possible when sharing your goals with me. This will give us both a better chance at success. After all, how can you expect me to know if you do not see what you want? Below are some questions to ask yourself to help clarify your goals. Questions to ask yourself. What do I hope to achieve? Why is this important to me? What are the steps needed to achieve this goal? Who can help me achieve this goal? What resources am I missing? What are potential roadblocks? What is my timeline for accomplishing this goal? Answering these questions honestly will give you a much better chance at success. Trying to accomplish something without first understanding what you want sets you up for failure. Be sure to take the time to dive deep and get clarity on your goals before taking any further action. Only then can we begin working together to help you realize your vision. Conclusion: defining your goals is the first step in changing your life. Understanding what you want makes it easier to take the steps needed to succeed. Be sure to ask yourself the tough questions so we can best assist you in making your vision a reality. With clarity comes power, so use it wisely. Making your why a reality. What are you willing to sacrifice? If you're planning a change in your life, it's essential to understand what you're willing to sacrifice to make your why a reality. Whether you want to change careers, start a business, or make any other significant life change, sacrifices will always be involved. The key is to identify which gifts you want to make and which you're not. For example, let's say you want to start your own business. You know it will be a lot of work and you will have less free time than you currently do. But you're willing to sacrifice your free time because you believe in your idea and are passionate about making it successful. On the other hand, you may not be willing to sacrifice your financial security. There might be better moves than starting a business for you. It's also important to consider the sacrifices your loved ones will have to make. If you have a family, are you prepared to sacrifice time with them to achieve your goals? Remember, when you make a significant life change, it doesn't just affect you, but everyone around you. So before making any decisions, sit down with your loved ones and talk about the sacrifices they're willing and not ready to make. What are you willing to give up? If you need to figure out what you're willing to give up, ask yourself what is currently getting in the way of your goal. For example, if you want to get in shape but can't find the time to go to the gym, you might need to give up some TV time. Some other examples include, if you want to save money, you might need to give up going out to eat as often. If you want more free time, you might need to give up that side hustle. If you want a job promotion, you might need to sacrifice some time with your family. If you want to write a book, you might need to give up binge watching Netflix every night. The list goes on and on. The point is that achieving any goal requires sacrifice. Only you can decide what you are willing to give up to achieve your goals. So take some time today to think about what you need to sacrifice to move closer to your why. Conclusion: making a significant life change is always challenging. There are always going to be sacrifices involved. The key is understanding what those sacrifices are and whether or not you're prepared to make them. Once you've done that, you can start working towards making your why a reality. For instance, if you want to change careers, you may have to return to school or make a significant financial investment. If you're considering starting a family, you may have to put your career on hold. And if you're thinking about moving to a new city, you may have to leave your friends and family behind. Of course, no right or wrong answer exists when making significant life changes. It's all about understanding your willingness to sacrifice to achieve your goals. So take some time to evaluate your options and determine what's best for you. Then, with a clear plan, start making your why a reality.